Sunday, January 29, 2017. All right. 3 times these are daily charts. I have them sorted by 3-month highs. Okay, so these are ETNs, ETS, blah, 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 blah. 3 times, all right? 3 times, mostly direction. Russell, RUSL, 70%, SOX L, 55%. All right, for the last 3 months. Okay, that's how I have them sorted. At the other end, the Russ, LABD, SOXS, DRIP, DGAS, FAS, MIDS, JDST, blah, 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 blah. This is interesting. JNUG, larger of the junior gold miners, right? Bull 3 times, JDST, junior gold index bear. Yay! Short them both. Right? Am I missing something here? All right. Yeah, so what do we know? Well, it just seems like a lot of them always seem to end up this way, right? They just self implode pretty much. All right, so I'm just going to run off. Now, we're back to this one. Once in motion, stays in motion kind of thing, right? Until it doesn't. So that's what we're looking for here. So Russian long poking through here. All right, so bodies are in it on unbalanced volume, 300,000. Okay, so and it's over $100. So for you shorters with pockets, you know, if it just decays, right? Decays into nothing. Even in the best of the times or the worst of times, right? Oil goes to $100 a barrel, that's fine too. Now you're talking up in here, right? From where it cracked, you know, sideways cracked, came up here and then just fall apart. 2014, 15, and here's with China. Here's the bottom with the commodities. Okay, so back in November, December of 15, broke on through a couple of times here, right? Weekly charts, broke on through, blah, 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 sideways, and it worked its way out of here. It's a logged chart, above pivot, trying to break up and through, up above 132 and 163 for R1 and R2. So what do we have? We have up in here too, 150-ish, okay. Stay close by, right? If it's gonna get up to here, you know, that's fine too. You get to short it twice. What do we know? A lot of these all seem to end up this way. Here's $800. Will it get back up to $800? I don't think so. All right, so somewhere in here maybe 125 Russia. So we need something with oil or, you know, related. The bodies are in here, right? So this is weekly unbalanced volume. Nobody wanted it here. Now they all want it. They're in it. Okay, so we're watching for some sort of reversal back through the bottom here. All right, on the breakout, right? 3rd time's the charm. You know, what do we have? 1, 2, here's the 3rd. We have a gap. Okay, so exhaustion or measuring, but the bodies are in it. This little one here is, what are we at? Bollinger Band width. All right, so this one's going to turn up here too. So all the momentum indicators and oscillators, ADX and all that, they're going along with it too. But we're looking here for, you know, here's the pivot, 108.14. Set an alarm there. Set some alarms here at S1. If it comes back through, I would suggest it should just fall apart. And then you also get the decay on there too on top of it. You're getting the trend, but it's, you know, we got a runner going on here on this breakout for right now on daily. See how it pans out. Change this to, where are we at? Candle volume. Just looking for a fat bar, end of the month, end of the quarter, end of the, you know, that kind of thing, to end of the week, not end of the quarter, excuse me. Solid candles. Like to see the big green on here. We know the bodies are in there. All right, so we closed at R1 with the Russ, and we have China closed this week for a year of the Rooster New Year's. All right, so this is kind of cool here. Options, yes. Or we're looking for is some sort of failure. This is a logged chart, so this thing is going vertical. It's exponential. All right, and weekly here, bottom, volume bars begin to thin out. This one is timing, right? This doesn't trade during Russian. Well, their market is open. So this is kind of a guesstimate thing. All right, cool. Cool. Breakout. All we're doing is we're watching for some sort of failure and it would come back through here. So, you know, you have what, 119. This is a 2 hour, 119, 125 for the week. You know, comes back through, you know, all of a sudden you come back through this way. Now it's dropped. You know, you might have a what, R1, possible S2 or R2, you know, that kind of thing here. That's all I'm looking for. The strongest becomes the weakest per se. This is just 2 hour bars here. Right? Yeah. Just that's all we're doing is watching. Once in motion, stays in motion until not. That's, you know, like I said, how many of these things, even this one was at $800, right? And it's at 100, you know about them. It has options. They're going to be pricey, but you're waiting for some sort of failure on here. Soxel, same thing. The angle of ascent is increasing on here. Semiconductors. Some folks are following the video. I think do we have Intel earnings or something to another. SMH. All right, TNA. This one, something's broken here. We're back to pivot, but this S&A goes along with the Dow, the NASDAQ, and the S&P for indexes. So we're at pivot. It's not, this is broke out below the sideways channel, slingshot, catapult, what, springboard. Didn't kind of make it here. So this is one to watch also, TNA. The other one's TZA, but you have to catch a trend, and this one pretty much doubled from the low. So kind of like short this one versus long the TZA, but the TZA is easily priced. And if you do snag a trend on there, that will work. All right, fast. Bam, bam, bam. Bodies are in it. Poked its head through and came back in, right? Daily. All right, poked its head up, came back in. Well, what about the possibility of a failure coming through the other end, right? So you have as low as what, 35 for the cloud and 40 or 38.5. Pivot, what do we have? What are the numbers? 42.18, 44.20, 44.29, 45.82. Up this way. And 40, 38.5. 42. See, pokes its head through fast, right? Possible head and shoulders here, pretty narrow. They're awfully bullish. You know, the deal is you're just watching for some sort of poked its head through and came back. What happens if it pokes through here? You're going to have a whole lot of people in the bank trade that's now underwater. They are now underwater. 34. That's $10. 25% drop. So that's all you're doing is watching. That's all you're doing is watching. Failure up, you know, it's once in motion, stays in motion, it stops. Is that it for 4 years? You know, that kind of thing. Maybe cut in half. You never know, right? The deal is you have to keep your eyeballs on this stuff. This one poked through and came back even further, and the body stayed in it. Okay, so not much in the volume here. And here's another one. It's a decent run if you catch the trend. You know, 21 to 34 and X amount, and these are the mid-cap types, right? That's what we're looking for is growth. We're getting a macroeconomic change here now. Poked its head and came back in. Bulls have to hold on to this thing. What's S2? 31. So it comes back to, do you want to fish for some at 31? They do have options. The cloud is 29. So I suppose what, buy it 31, 29, 27. You know, then all of a sudden you're talking 23 here. Because all of a sudden you're beginning to take out the breakouts. You know, you're like, oh, this is about halfway back. Yeah, 29. Yeah, okay. You know, splash them on the screen. The others just trail it behind. Let's see, how did that look? Sideways. We know a trend breaks out. Tried to break out. Couldn't hold it. And that didn't really come through the other end too. 39. Who else had this type of pattern? Was it Microsoft? A lot of them, right? Microsoft. Goldman Sachs, I believe. Whoops, you little blankety splank. Goldman Sachs came underneath, halfway back here. Bodies are here. They anticipated coming through the other way. Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan. Now we have it the other way. It's back in here. What do you have here in clouds? 84, 85. So there's the earnings. Came back underneath. Give it a shot here. That was the opportunity, right? Going into earnings. 88 to 83, $5 drop. Options weren't that much. Now it's hitting the dots again. This is daily. Bodies are in here. So it's kind of like, for me, I'd eyeball it as writing calls against it up in here. You know, write some calls out, April, May, June type of thing. That's how I'd lean on it. How much what's this? 98, 110. Okay, so here's a little stopper down here. Swing, you have your inclination. Ascent began to pick up, coming through here, aim for something up in here. What are we at? Would you mind having your stock called at 98, 97, from 87, that kind of thing, and they'll pay you whatever, $1, $2, $3, whatever. Especially if it swings this way, then you're definitely going after R2. Because then when you look at the bigger picture, then you're talking back to the old highs. Where are we at? Which one was I thinking of? Oh, Bank of America. Okay. So JP Morgan. All right. JP Morgan. Breakout was here. Yeah, 11, 12, 13. Saw that with the interest rates and the dollar. Angle of ascent is sharp. Here are the previous peaks. But during this period, we were lowering rates. Even lower. Look at that. Just looking to see. Oh. Okay. TNA fast. banks. Looked at the banks. Mid caps, oil and gas, gush. Okay, so gush. So we had a swing higher. All right, logged charts. That swing higher came back about a third of a back. Here we are at the breakout. So we'll treat this as, this was basically a retest, another retest. Getting a little sloppy here though. Back into the cloud. This would be gush, works with bulls on oil. So the underlying product. All right, forget this. I'm leaning towards the short side of oil, so that would cause issues here. It says oil and gas production. So we have natty gas angle on this one here too. So things will reset the ADX. So the sideways pattern, I'll lean as this is a secondary distribution. This was the swing, like that OVAS video, comes down, goes the other way, comes back in, and then just craters. If it doesn't hold the breakout here. But this is one of those 3 timers again too, so just even the chop is going to kill this thing, right? SPXL, that one kind of rolled over too, has to hold up in here, 113 daily. What do you have going on here? Here was 86. 120, that's what, third? What was last year? Here's June, 75. So these are places that, when you start looking at options and all of a sudden, you look at it and you go, well, it was just here X amount of months ago. I'm not saying it's going to here, but, that's the whole, the VIX is going the other direction. We're doing the whole record high thing again. You have to take the opportunities when they present themselves. Is this a breakaway gap or measuring gap or an exhaustion gap? And you have the rollover. We'll see how it pans. I mean, if we come rolling over tonight, Sunday, it's on its way. And it's not just us. I'll go through global indexes here in a second. TMV, so this one is with interest rates. So as the 20-year goes lower, i.e. rates go higher, the 20-year, this goes up. So I'd maybe try and scoop some up around 20 or 19 and a half or something. They do have the options, but we've already had a pretty good move here. So this one may be chewed up a little deeper here, 19 3/4 or something. But that's how I lean, that if we do get a bounce in U.S. futures, and that this will probably pull back a little bit deeper because this is a bull one. Lab ooh and lab whatever. It's from where they were, where they've been, kind of thing. Where they are, where they were, where have they been? Larger sideways in here. Okay, if you can, if you want to be a day trader, put the 2 of them side by side and then just go that way at it. Find, roll the stochastics underneath it, and then just watch the chart. If you're comfortable with, being a long type person, then do the long side. You get out of, long on, until that one runs, and then you jump into the other one, Just go back and forth between them. They're not going to be clean, there's drag on both of them too. Tech L, this one is interesting here. So these are the techs. I mean, just looking back, May, June, July was in the 30s. So this one can get cut in half. Angle of ascent is increasing. Bodies are in it. ADX is turning up. Daily chart, just watch it. The others rolled over, and this one's keep going. Whatever, when the opportunities present themselves. Liquidity, how much liquidity is in there? There's energy bull, we're rolling over again kind of deal, but we still, as still can roll over one more time here at S1 and retest the breakout. Downside on gold. It's pretty deep here. Pass. What do we have? We have about $10 more to go into gold, right? On the downside, yeah. Some of these we're gonna have to watch and let them play out for a couple of days. Futures wise, you know, we're gonna see with what what transpired from Thursday, Friday over the weekend. Bodies EURL. See, the bodies are in this. It's thin, but it's here the bodies run it before when it ran up, and then it 24. I would discuss this before, but yeah, 24 to 14. Top of the sideways channel, we'll say. DZK. Some of these are just so nice, developed. I mean, just nice, but yet you can't get anybody to play them. That's how you play them. Nobody wants it. I'll take it. That's the problem. Well, I kind of like this, and it has a whopping 366. Here I get to play the long side of the, Asia, Europe, and the United States. Are they all going to go point in the same direction? Is there follow through? What do you know? A couple of weeks up, or a couple of months down, a couple of months up, couple of months down, couple of months up. That works, right? Well, you didn't know about that until, I'll just slap something on here. We're at the top of it. It has to break out. It's at 50 something. Lower end's 40 something. That's at 20%. But unfortunately, there's only 366 in volume. I don't like this one at all either. The real estate guys. Back to these patterns again, though. Really deep pullback and not much of a bounce. Bodies are in it. Now you're playing for 50 centers and dollars, basically. But here's, oversold. 19 till bodies, they're still buying the real estate bull. How would that hurt? With what's going on right now. How to slow down the real estate market. Treasury. This is this front end, 7 to 10s. Playing for dimes there. Korea. Samsung. On the short side. This one, you're not getting the flow with it. Should get a higher spike, right? More. That's kind of a reversal at, what is that? S2. So here, or excuse me, R2, R1 and R2. Double top there. So what do we have? $50, 48. Yeah, another 20%, and it has to hold the breakout. So you can just follow the dots. Now give it a shot. Give it a shot. Third time's a charm. Give it the dots. That's what you're watching for. Is if they all, you saw the multiple months up, multiple months down. Well, here's the deal: is it going to break out? Or is it going to fail? And if it does fail up in here, maybe that sets up a double cycle. So instead of 2 months up, 2 months down, it's 2 months down and 2 months down again. All right, this is halfway back to the meaty area here. Emerging markets bull. Give me an ABC pattern here. Here. Sideways. Hmm. 33, 31. Oh. So that's a sideways thing going on here. Now you understand why I like looking at weeklies. Yin and yang. Remember, China is closed for the week. I think it opens up on Friday. But these will still move. Oh, yes, they will. They'll still move. I remember buying some of that prior to the monkey year, right? Yeah, last year, I think, or the year prior. Yeah, I ended up with some stuff and I was able to weasel my way out of it by Thursday or Friday. That was the Asher stuff, I believe. Then there's also FXI. What do we have here? The old oil, huh? Yang. We're at the lower end here, and the bodies are in it. That's a bear, though. Traded higher, came back in. Traded higher, came back in. But not much traction here. Switch these over to weekly. Back to the, back to this area. Here we go. Oh, bodies are in it compared to the last time to short. So more, they're in this Latin American emerging market stuff. Little pink dots, angle of ascent. Now you're moving from, here's December 70 to 108. So it's had a decent run. We'll do the head and shoulders thing. Watch it though. If it fails here, you're going to get a large unwind. The money moved into this stuff. Here's India, and it's coming up against previous high. So you're looking to see if these things are running out of steam. This is natty gas, U-gas, and it's just being chewed up on its own. Natty's trading up here, and this is 55, 20. This thing can go sideways, and this thing can drop under 20. Okay, so they haven't left this. ADX is decent on here as a trender. You're looking for it to come down in here. So this is another one of those of, trailing stops. Here's the pink dots. Yeah, options, but no, you're basically going against the grain right now. Just waiting for the ADX to turn down. This should come out of it. The unbalanced volume. Hasn't in the past, though. That's come out. Short the footsie. ADX turned down, so at least you're going to get a sideways pattern. So you want to kind of, I got to switch these to weekly. TYD, this is kind of thin. Thin, here's the bear side of that DZK. EDX, bodies are still in it. They need to come out of there. Retail, just falling out of bed. Soft GDP, right? Here was the attempt. Didn't get it in a swoon. This is what we're looking for. Retail. How does retail, go back to the newsletters. What is retail, the quarters, they gave you all the way into December. You can walk right in here like Homer Simpson long pumpkin futures November 1, right? Rolled you straight into the holiday season, right on the top and reversed. These are daily. Look at that. Wow. Yep, that's retail. Silver, what do we have? Long silver, so 12 to 16, so that's 25%. The body's already in. See, that's that C-wave swing, but we may just have something right here that just comes up and then rolls back in the channel. Yeah, I need weeklies. This one's bottomed out. Real estate bear, though. Pass. U-Gold, 1075 from $9. That'd be the swing. The cloud is support. Swing. Bodies can come in. If it comes down to here like 8.5, then try and push it to 1075. So that 25%. That's how you kind of, play this thing. Here's pivot. Pivot. What's the next one? R1, then what? R2. Here's the top of the cloud. These are daily though. Nugged. Down here 8 to 12 kind of thing. But they got out of it here in December. Then to swing back up. No, now, and then we talked about being bullish. They're holding up there too. That it was higher before up in here, like, so I'm saying maybe, if you get a C wave on the daily, it only gets up to here compared to the weekly where I'm talking, what was it, 1500, 1513? This one's getting oversold, text, but then I've been talking about that since like 19 or something. Right. All the time you get the swing, the markets, you have to be in the futures. No, you can swing for the future. You can swing for the fences with the futures too. It's leverage. These are only 3 times. The other ones are 10 times and higher. The future side of things. You just got to go in and hit it and leave. Liquidity. You have access to markets. Some of this stuff, like Italy and gold, you had it and couldn't get it unless you're in the futures. SPX. We have volume. It's washing out. Let's trail the pink dots here. You're playing by dimes, but we're under $10 here. So this percentage-wise is going to begin to add up if you pay attention. Dust. Some of these were nice snags, but, and then gold goes up and they go down, and gold goes down and they go up. Well, that's what it's supposed to do. But you know what I'm saying. Correlation some days. Why is this not working? Well, then go trade gold. Don't trade the miners. You can get kilo contracts, a few $100 on futures. What's it, 33 bucks, 32.15 a tick or whatever. All right, energy bear. Let's see if we get some follow through here, right? $10. Energy bear. That's with the whole chop thing. Gosh, 10 to 13. It's back in the meaty part. Swing. Well, we'll see. Markets will be opening up soon. TMF. Bull. I'm looking for places to short, right? This would be the swing for debt. Treasury bull, right? C wave up. That'd probably be at 21, right? So 18 to 21. That'd be a C wave. That's the best I can do for the bulls currently. We're going to be pointed down for 30 years with in-between recessions. JDST is trading below under here. So this may be a pause before trading lower. They get whipped left, back, and forth. Pretty whippy. That was a pretty good move, though. Mids. There's a term. Look at that. $20. And what do we have? 20 and a half. Guys, Zowie bet, man. But what do we have? 26. So it's 30%. What's this? 23 from here. It's 10%. Do you imagine that's what you get for the next month and a half, you say, and then that's it again for the rest of the year? Well, I suppose, right? FAS. So it goes from 20 and a half like the other, 23, 27. We say 20% plus kind of thing, and then call it a year. Call it a year. This one too, TZA. What do we have here? Same type of deal. Let's say, like I said, I'd rather short the TNA than play the TZ. Just the decay in a consolidation or bear market would drive TNA deeper. The fall would be greater than the gain in TZA, I believe, in relative terms. Absolute values, right? DGAS. Well, it's holding here. Swing the DGAS to $6, 3.5. That would get us excited about going long natty, right? Because it'd be coming down again. I have to keep my eye on the D-gas here. Well, you know. Oil and gas, drip. That one's come back up too, so that just needs to swing through here to 18. 18, 19. Come on. Drip. So 13 to 18, $5. So 20 to 30%. And it could be quick, so this one sucks. S. Okay, landed there, so we needed to cross back this way. Good Zowie Batman. LABD here. Lower lows. Pink dots will kick in again here. Wow. And the Russ. That's the bottom, right? Yeah. Who had a... Oh, Coco. Ah, right. Coco had the little island bar there. Abandoned baby or whatever. All right. Body's raw of it. It's daily, right? Yes, they are daily. Because you have weekly on here. Bodies come out, bodies go in. I'll pass. Bodies come out, bodies go in. Hammer bottom on a weekly. Whee! Trend line's lost, trend line's lost. Draw a trend line underneath. What are we aiming for up here? Nugged the cloud. The cloud, what was this, ABC wave? Cloud, maybe into here. So it's this area for the next wave, you know, that's where you, so it's like, you know, what, 9, 10, you know, you're just basically walking it up until 17, 18. Here's what, halfway, you know. Kind of have to find the opportunity, D-gas. What, double maybe to here. You know, we're back to gambling. This one's oversold JDST, so it'd be gold lower. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, you guess. Sideways, stuck sideways, under the cloud. Come off, the cloud would drop. I keep an eye on it here. Well, I would have to say that we're going to see some volatility pick up here. That's what I'd say. We're going to, there we go. What do we have? Dust. So dust and JDST. Okay. All right. So that's bearish on gold. Yeah. We're just going to pick up some volatility here. 2015 TZA, 95, 90, whatever. We're up to 100 and something, came all the way down. Here's 30 and up to here. So like I talked about before, this one will work for me in the future after the bear market, the TNA. That'll work for me as a trend, you know, biased product. You know, you need some of these products, you know, SDS and some of the other ones, SPY, they've been out a while, but some of the other ones are newer. Just like XIV hasn't ran through a bear market yet. Came out in 11, I believe. After the coast is clear, is it safe? Is it safe? Financial bull. Still have room to run with the bodies to the upside. Correctamundo. Correctamundo. You guys are killing me. These are just decaying on their own. See that? See, right? $100. What's this? LABD. La 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 la. You know. One more leg lower maybe and get some of the bodies to come out of it. But the deal is, it's just self-destruct. Mr. Phelps. That's high and the bodies are out. What's this one? FAS? ADX line. It's kind of pointing up there. So you want to watch, for some, it's a quick swing on here. But we're talking, what did we say? 10, 15% here just on a weekly swing. What's up here? 27 from 20 and a half. Yeah. So it could be a quick swing, just like the election night thing, one bar, Bodies are trying to run into this drugs. I probably wouldn't hold anything over this here. It swings in $60 LabU. I mean, just kind of like, it came up to the top, poked it sideways, it came up to the top, not coming up the top. I mean, if it comes in, it's like, one larger sideways channel. I guess you could day trade both, like I said, put them side by side. One day buy one, the next day buy the other, whatever, not split your account in half so you're just basically flat. You go that way too. Buy one, options, no. So you can't even write options, that's right. ERX. Bull. Bodies are in it though. It's already beginning to roll over. Get some sort of swing up in here. We'll then take a look at the short side. Kind of want to play the short side of energy. TMV. It was down in here on daily. I think we talked about it. A little over 20 and a half here. They do have options, so you can write naked puts to add some longs if you wanted to. See how debt and stuff plays out. I think we played this on the way up, right? Last year, 30 something or whatever. Was it you, Silver? Yeah, it was. Is there already another split? No. Rebuy. What's this? EDZ. Okay, so we have a buy down here in October of last year. Okay, so it ran up. You get the rebuy. Okay, so that's 25. And these are targets. They are moving. So that was the top of the cloud. So this has gone further. So we're looking for RSI divergence on here. Bear. Rebuy. Did not come through 25. So we're watching because of the bodies. We're in the other one. Long side still has room to poke through. The angle of ascending, you broke out your, once in motion stays in motion. This angle of ascending, see, up, log charts, then just works its way sideways, up and sideways, up, sideways. But we're looking for a reversal. This is against last year's S2, R1 and R2. 128 and 148. Remember, it's percentages type of thing. Looks like a lot percentage-wise, diminishing returns kind of thing. Velocity U gold. Let's see where it would be up into here, right? Maybe C. Duck and C up in here. Gazawi bet, man. Move along, Kev. Nothing to see here. Oh, boy, do I hate these things. Not much going on. I mean, it's, it's when they're screaming or whatever, but a lot of it's just chewed up and chop. Maybe the end of lifespan on these things, right? They bore me to death. I mean, you can watch them and you can put yin and yang next to each other and go that way too. But remember, you're guessing because these don't trade over China. All right, what's this yen bull in China? It's a New Year thing, right? It's supposed to be all bullish in that. Success. Lots of bodies here. Come through the other side, 891. You may want to watch just this Success and Texel. Bodies are out. You want to watch that. Might be a one-off day thing. You know, all of a sudden you make 18% one day. What do you think? you know, there you go. You have 18%. You have a year and a half of returns. What are you going to do? Well, take it, collect your fee, and go on vacation for 2 years. Oh, Kevin, stop it. Oh, you already have your number, right? Oh, what do we have here? ERY. ERY, just like drip. Lots of bodies here to move up. So you're looking for the pullback on here. That's what you'd like to do. Gosh. Yeah, these things have been chewed up. I mean, you go back and look at 241, drip. Oh, yeah, blah, 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 blah. That's the bottom in oil, blah, 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 blah. And now here we are. And then it's like try to pull a rabbit out of the hat. Pull back maybe, but you're talking a couple of bucks, which is 15, 20%. That's all you need. I guess that's how you're looking at it. You're out hunting it. You're trying to find one of these for 1 or 2 day deal of 20 to 30%, maybe a week. Buy Tuesday and sell on Friday kind of thing, and then you call it a year. Oh, that one. Lots of volume. Russ. We're back to Russ. Lots of volume bottoming around. ADX is still moving though, but watch closely. There's where I got in. I nibbled again, and then I said I have to wait for frickin' oil to turn. So I can pump it up to here, right? So if I snag it there, snag it above here. So 6.5, $6. Where are we at? 544. So you got an outside bar. And you pump it up to here. That would work with dollar cost averaging. This is your trigger. All right, so $6 we'll say, and we'll say $9. All right. What is the average for that? Gap. 11. Well, get to watch intraday on run. Oh, just the whole oil thing. I'll just go straight to oil. Take whatever sloppy profits in oil or whatever, jam it into this thing, and the whole average down. Gotta dig my way out of this one. TMF, that would be our C wave up to here to 22 for bonds and stuff, right? Big double bottom, first bounce. Difficult. Oh, yes. We want to beat on this one here. That's what we're watching for. One of those that see, there's 38 and 40, and all of a sudden it's at 14. Cut this thing in half or something if it swings up. Sox S, so semis. We're back to the late 80s, I guess that too for the semis. Just run the semis. Not all of them. Not all go higher. Like Intel has been dead money for some time. The bullish emerging markets, that's right. We're stalking that one. Those all look so ugly. Look at that one though. Gosh, though. That was a good move off the bottom. 129. So we're looking to fade this thing back to, this one should lose 2/3, right? This one should come back under here, right? So between 40 and 55. So you're trying to short this at like 120, whatever. What's this, 110? Yeah, you're looking to see about shorting this one here and bring it all the way underneath in this area. So we're looking for some sort of toppy action here. You already had a fat bar come off of it. Yeah, intraday on Gush on the short side, no options. That's what you're doing. You're looking for the short thing to buy it back in here, because it'll just, if oil stays, whatever between 40 and 60 or 30 and 50, it's going to chew its way up. Brazil again. getting another frothy thing going on. So we had 50 to 25, so cut that in half. What's down here? Cut that 60%. All right. So yeah, this one looks to be where this one should be, right? Do we have any fat bars for reversals? We did. Let's trail that sucker up. See if you're going to get a double top or something here. I can't remember the real offhand currency-wise. If it's pointing the other direction, I think. The whole weaker, stronger thing. It's a pretty good move, though. $6 coming out. See, it's a commodity deal, right? Get the commodity turn. So $6 to 50, and all of a sudden, the commodity. You know, what are we talking here? You have your coffee and your beans and your what else we have? Sugar. You know, it's hey, you know, you have a what's it? A DBA synthetic thing going on. The bodies are in this though. Brazil U. This one might be tempting here. BRZD, right? Brazil the other way. Hold on, let's go find it. Here, this is like sick. Oh, Kevin, its opposite is called sick. You're funny. Yeah, this looks like it's falling down here. Velocity D gold. Bodies went in it. Bodies come out. C wave. This is the downside. Inverted head and shoulders. Gosh. Trade the metal. This is the downside. Short the footsie. So 375, 475, 550, 525. All right, all you're doing is watching to see how this, if it plays back in here halfway to see if it holds. This is London's version of, it's London footsie here, short footsie. Tech L, fatter bar, angle of ascent, bodies are, woo, get on board. Okay, where were you back here? Now that it's doubled, you want it. Can't just drive it straight up in the air. What it is they're able to unload it when it looks like that. I'll pass. Down silver, what do we have? A couple of those. That's all goofy. Russell, right there, 115. Bodies are in it. Oh boy. So oil, inverted head and shoulders, neckline. Weekly, right? Yeah. So we have to go look at the Russian stock market. Related bull gas L. Gosh, swing higher. That would be kind of, this one was just brought on board, right? With that gas X. Gas L. So what do we have? 2016. So we have a higher high and a higher low and a swing up. Wow. Watch this one for when it's all fat up in here. If it does, I'm just saying. Just because of, how it's, it didn't get down to $6, that kind of deal. So X and G2, that's a different state of fat bar, bodies coming out of it. I'm looking for a reversal here. 17 and 18, so 10, 15, 20% on this kind of thing here. But it might be, it might be 2-3 days, that's it. Technology bears. Oh boy, I should upload this video. I'll pass. Retail, on the other way. This here was part of the program on implementing limits on these things because they traded lower than the net asset value. So that's why we have some limits on some of these things. And it looks like there's still bodies to come out of it. 34 to 24. Regional banks, things are going to begin to thin out now. Body 115,000. Angle of ascent. What happens if it just swings higher this way? Bonds fall apart. Stocks take off. Things are overheating. Okay. You guys have gone unhinged again. What were you thinking? India. I think India's topped. Yeah. Is it 80 from 52? Options, yeah. 67, $15. Okay, Natty Gas X, Fat Bar, 21, 37, 25. And the bodies are out of it. Okay, direction. Just looking, just walking by. Mids, bodies are in it. It's up here. Can I lose a third? TYO, I pass. The old developed market bear. 31, that's a third move. That's if we just right out of the chute decide to roll over. Double bottom. We're poking through, but remember, it was, nobody wants to play it. But that's what it is. You go put 20, 30% on the board, and the people want to play it. Inverted head and shoulders, Europe bull. That was the banks, kind of took it from them, huh? 25 here, that's 20%. And then some. Korea. Mids. Big bar. Keep an eye for a reversal on here. Yeah, that time you hit these things and you catch, 10, 15, 20, 30%, you may want to take it. Which of course is, if that happens, you'll definitely be hearing from the Kevster. It started, or holy buckets, somebody stepped on a banana peel. Yeah. See, I don't think, even if they get up here, it's not to the previous highs, right? 198 up there. We're talking 170. That's the end of that. It's never going to make it in my eyes, kind of thing. It'll hit a bear market before it gets up here again, and it'll have to start down here in the teens or then some. That looks like a reversal. Regional bear. Comes down, tries and goes up, doesn't, comes down, but not as far. You barely, it comes through the other way at $10. There could be a good swing in here. Everybody has to unwind it. Kind of like this thing, 29 to 63. What is that? 1, 2, 3 weeks here? What's that back? January, beginning of the year. Everybody has to unwind, but it still worked out. 80X, bodies are out of it. Unfortunately, it's not, but it's there, But there, mechanical comes through the 10, and all of a sudden it's, barely got lower, kind of did the tweezer thing, swings higher. Also, whoop, look at that, 10 to, that's 25% right there. Here 29 to, it doubled in weeks, So it's there. You just put your alarms down and, see what you're going to go after. But that's basically about what it is. And because these things have been just chewed up over the time period. For me, it's like the whole futures thing. Okay. Bodies are in this. What do we have here? 1100. That's 10%. Long footsie, but breaking out, right? So. Yeah, I'll do that next. Go look at the footsie. I should send you these guys links. So, what's this? Claw. Home Builder's Bear, right? Yeah. This will end in just 5 seconds. All right. 52. All right. So that's 3 times weekly and daily. Hope that's helpful.